Hello, welcome to the live US session. Today is interest week because we are we follow up from last week. The indices start to breaking higher. So we had a good Friday where the buyers show they are still on the upside. So, and I think so as well. I'm a little bit not think so, but I'm bearish on dollar. So I will share the screen and share our plan for this week. Also, there is a lot of major news this week, so pay attention on this website, which is called Forex Factory. And you can see I highlight all the major news where they're gonna happen. So today we have the interest rates of Aussie, which they didn't change, they stay the same, so 4.10. So follow up next tomorrow. We're gonna have the FOMC meeting, and as well Thursday we have another major news. Friday we have non-farm payroll. So let's see if this is gonna change our plan, or we're gonna see some volatility on the upside for the indices. So let me share the my view on the market, and let's start with the S&P 500. So last week we said we want to see some retracement to be a buyer. So, and then what we had is this one. So last week we have all this bullish movement. So what the view at the moment? The view at the moment, I'm still on the upside. I want to see all this week bullish until this level here, which I just marked, this 4,600. So I want to see price heading at this resistance and then to be on the bearish move from the next week. Because if we see the weekly time frame, you can see, let me put the headline. So we have this move here, and last week we have this bullish engulfing bar. So we could head at this previous resistance because this is just a soft level. So I will think the price we had in the level 4,600, and then I would like to see a pullback. This 4,300, nice to set up again to be a buyer after July, I think so, or at the end of July, to be on the bullish movement until the end of the year. Moving on the Nasdaq, similar picture. You can see weekly we have this huge phase one, which is this one. So I think so price will come back at this level here, which I'll get the right price action, which is 15,800. And then we'll probably see some pullback, so recharge, and then to go long and breaking the previous higher point. So still bullish on the indices, because we can see as well, let's put the other indices. So this Dow Jones clearly is breaking this channel here. So price is looking now, it want to break. So let's see if it's gonna break this one as well. But can see is the bullish movement. As well, the ID line is pointing up. So this the ID line is pointing up. So it's good bullish volume there. Moving on the Russell 2000, let's see if it's gonna break this 1100, and then coming at this resistance, and then so we're gonna see this and this happening. So all the indices, they're looking quite similar, and happy to be on the long side. Today is a US bank holiday, so I don't know if there is a lot of volatility, but if there is any setup, I might be getting some long trade today after the US opening. So moving on dollar index, I said I want to be as well on the short side because I can see some bearish price action from yesterday. This high test bar, you clearly see we are on downtrend still. If price stay below 103, I'm happy to be on the short side. But watch out this level here because it's very important. So if price stay below, still on the short side. But if the price is gonna come back 103.20, I might change my plan. But until then, I'll be on the short side. This the XY is future chart of I have some for sure is pound, some alert on let me see. Yeah, because I'm watching pound dollar because I wanna be on the long side, and this look like they wanna break this. So I will come back now when we analyze the currency. So this is the XY dollar index chart future. I will point this one because I can put the ID line. The ID line you can have just if you have a pro account, as you can see on top left side, we have a pro account. And you can put multiple indicator, and this is the indicator where you can check the volume and is leading the price action. As you can see, for example, here, price is looking like I want to make high, low. And this one as well is look like making high, low, but this is double top. And the price is coming heading lower. So I want to see this one breaking. So we confirm my short term, short on dollar. So let's analyze daily time frame, still on downtrend. I want to see 4 hour, can show you what I want to see. So if you go left hand side, we have all these tools, and there is pattern here where you can choose. I can see there is head and shoulder pattern form here. So this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So I give you the neckline here, and I want to see this breaking a retest to be on the short side. So that's why I'm watching a pound dollar to be on the long side, because it's the best chart, I think, so for to be on the long side. So let's analyze straight away the pound dollar. So daily time frame, we are seeing nice uptrend, and you can see here 1, 2 cycle. So I want to see price breaking this trend line. Also is supporting this one trend line. So we have multiple support. This area where rejecting this was nice to see the trend line as well, and I want to see this trend line now breaking higher. So 4-hour time frame, can see price already start to breaking a little bit. So let's watch later on when the price. So I want to see actually if you had like very good entrance was in this area here, but I didn't catch last week. So I'm now watching this 127.30 if it's gonna break. That's why I had the alert on IG, which is my broker where I trade. So let's watch now carefully. That's why it's 50-minute chart, and I wanna see if price come back in this area and retest to be on the long side. Moving on the euro as well, I would like to be a buyer euro as well, but it's not ready yet for me. There is a bit work to do. So daily time frame is look like after this bearish direction, which was this one. And again, this one. Now it look like it want to change the trend. So I want to see price coming above this resistance level here, 1091, before I consider it to be a buyer on the euro dollar. Also, as well for our, I want to see price breaking like this, come back, and then in the long side. So at the moment, pound for me is the best setup. So then Aussie dollar as well is yesterday Jake took a long trade. I think so, still in very good entrance because you can see last week we have major support level here. This false breakout and price come back at this level 66, and then it start to be on the upside again. So I think so it's nice pullback to be on the long side until the 70 area. For me to analyze Aussie dollar is I want to now it's changing the 4-hour trend because it's breaking 1 hour. I want to see price coming above here. Like pound as well is I want to see just breaking higher and come back at this level. New Zealand dollar is not on my list because price action looks stronger and there is no direction at the moment. So price is in the middle of this. So for me, it's not on my watch list. Dollar CAD as well. After this downside, we have had a little bit of pullback. I want to see last week if coming 133, but I didn't. So now I'm watching if price is coming below this area here, 132, to set up myself to be on the short side again. Let's see if there is room on the downside. Let me put weekly time frame. Yeah, I think so. Until this level here, 130 would be a good size to get. Moving on, dollar Swiss franc is not on my list because it's not the nice price action. So I'm moving on. Dollar yen, finally, we touch this resistance level, what we talked last week, 145. And now it look like it start to reject. So let's see if yen is gonna have some strength after this all bearish movement on yen, because yen will be is weak for a long time. So let's see if yen is gonna gain. I have the view if yen is gonna gain. I want to be a buyer of commodity or gold or silver, but I want to see this next week because I'm still bullish on indices. So if yen is gonna gain, we can see some weakness on indices. So let's analyze the commodity. So gold, I want to see gold coming at this area here, this 180.90, because this, you can see the structure is look like you want to come here to have some recharge to be on the long side. Weekly time frame is still on a trend. You can see after like this big phase 2 and then come back. So I want to see this coming here to be on the long side again. So be nice to come here because there is the 50 MA trend line and another support area. Be nice to see the price coming here and rejecting. Silver well as well is on top of my list. If coming at this 22 again. So this is weekly time frame, still on uptrend. You can see huge phase on silver as well because the price action. And I want to see price now coming again at this trend line, rejecting here and here to be on the long side. Let's see daily time frame. So I would like to see the same structure like this. So coming like this to be on the long side. Or could probably see some nice big bearish bar few days and then come back at the trend line and to be on the long side. I already set a few alerts on IG. So I will be monitor the price action on commodity. So to recap, I can see pound is look nicely to go long. I will check 15 minutes after 2 o'clock how this bar is gonna close. So I will go long on pound dollar. So that's it for me today. So to recap, still bullish on indices until the end of the week. Watch out the news today and all this week, not today, all this week, if they're gonna bring more volatility on the market. In the meantime, still bearish on dollar and long side on the stock market as well. So thank you very much for joining us. So if you like any topic, please subscribe to our channel to don't miss any trading opportunity, and also the live session what we have Tuesday and Thursday. And please, Sunday, Jake is gonna host a live session to go through on the weekly market plan for the next week. So if you want to know more about, please hit the bell icon so you're gonna have some notification, and please join this Sunday the live weekly market update. So thank you very much, and let's see